Getting the most dangerous criminals off the streets and put away in prison for a long time. That's the goal of a new push to hit the state's worst offenders with federal charges if they're caught carrying guns. News 13's Diana Sacetta is in the Newsplex with that story.
Well, Dick, the feds are teaming up with local law enforcement to throw the book at habitual violent felons by giving them stiffer sentences.
Last week, a federal judge sentenced felon Larry Pam to a 15-year prison term for being a felon in possession of a firearm. It was for an incident last year when he pulled a gun on two men. When police caught up to him, they found a baby in the back seat of his car standing on a loaded shotgun. Now, had Pam been charged on just state charges, the maximum sentence would have been 3 years in prison. Under federal statutes, he was sentenced to 15 years.
People we are interested in are the worst of the worst.
Within the last year, the feds have teamed up with New Mexico prosecutors and law enforcement. Under their new program, a felon with 3 violent convictions, which can include drug trafficking, felon with a firearm, and armed robbery, will be convicted federally.
I believe that if we take even one of these people out of a small community especially, we can have a huge impact.
2 months ago, under the new guidelines, a 26-year-old man, Tommy Pena of Roswell, was sentenced to 40 years in prison on 8 federal convictions related to a carjacking.
There's no doubt it makes Roswell a safer place. Mr. Pena was a career criminal. He was a violent criminal. And getting this 40-year sentence, that pretty much guarantees that he won't be a problem anymore.
Law enforcement says handling these cases at the federal level will save time and money.
We spend a lot of time and a lot of resources chasing the same offenders over and over and over, whether it's actually unseen investigations or in court or prep work on these cases, only to find that the sentence that they oftentimes get is just really not enough.
The U.S. Attorney says district attorneys in all 13 districts here in New Mexico are on board. Back to you.
Okay, Diana, about 3/4 of the state's police and sheriff's departments are also taking part in this program.